No one beats Beterbiev.
Okay. Is there anybody at maybe even the cruiserweight division, or maybe even like a David Morrell, somebody that you're also extremely high on, or nobody gets it done against him?
The only way you're going to beat that man is if Father Time catches him and holds his hand and says, "Come on, come with me." That's the only way. Beterbiev is a wrecking machine. He does so many things well. People will be like, "Oh, he was knocked down." Like, everybody in boxing's been knocked down except for Canelo. That's why it's not going to happen on Saturday. And you just have to say, I know if I do get knocked down, I have to get back up and win. And that's what he did.
In terms of just the Beterbiev versus Bivol fight, and I know you're picking Beterbiev to win by stoppage, but Bivol has such great footwork, and that footwork's going to have to be on display for 12 consecutive rounds. Is that something you think he can do, or do you think just the pressure, the perpetual pressure of Beterbiev is just going to be too much at some point?
I think that it's going to be a fantastic fight. Two very, very gifted athletes, Bivol, Beterbiev. No better fight. I mean, it's just, I can't wait for it, because you have the consummate articulating boxer in Bivol, and you have the crushing pressure and tenacity of Beterbiev. What a fantastic fight. I'm glad that Sheck put this together. It's bringing back all the wonderful fights that we used to have, and that's where we need to go. And let's hope that we continue this trend of making real fights and not those watered down pay-per-view events that we've been seeing in the past.
For one thing, Artur Beterbiev got excellent boxing skills.
Thank you.
A tremendous amateur background. Went to 2 Olympics. What's up, Jack? So he went to 2 Olympics. There's my grandson right here.
Hey, championship.
So anyway, he done went to 2 Olympics. He got excellent boxing skills. Just nobody needed to bring him out. Nobody has brought him out yet, because his power is so devastating that rules everything. And Bivol, if he makes Beterbiev box, then he'll beat him any way you look at it. He's a better fighter. He's a better fighter from top to bottom.
What about footwork? Who do you think has better footwork? I know
I do think that Bivol got better footwork, but I think Beterbiev got the ability to cut the ring off and make him fight.
I mean, you don't think that Bivol can't probably stick to activity? Because it seems like guys who kind of
Unless
do
you're
well.
telling me that Bivol not going to get hit. If you tell me he can get in that ring and not get hit by Arthur, if you're not telling me that, then you're not telling me nothing I need to hit, because he's going to lose.
His punching power is that devastating.
Yes.
I know 2020, 100% KO ratio. He's knocking everybody out, but is he probably the most devastating puncher?
Yes. I mean, you gotta look at this guy. He was 200 pounds in the amateurs, knocking guys out in the amateurs at 200 pounds. Now he dropped down to 175, and he's destroying these 75, destroying them, all of them. So, I think the only person gonna beat Beterbiev was good. The only person gonna beat was good. The only person gonna beat Beterbiev is Beterbiev, Father Time.
Really?
When he gets older and somebody can catch up with him, other than that, nobody fighting right now in the top 10 can beat this man.
We got Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one. I can't wait.
What you think about that one?
I can't wait. His wife, man. There you go again. His wife, Shorty, you that mad with the man to put his business out? Man, I seen it all. You know what I'm saying? It never fails, man. So, when me and Kitty was talking about it, we always going with Viv. You know what I'm saying? Because he basic, he's sound, he's solid. You know what I'm saying? Kitty said, I don't know if he got all them problems going on. But he had them problems in the past, so I think he can pull it up. But it's going to be an exciting fight. Somebody going to sleep in that fight.
You think so?
I know so, man. But both of them niggas can crack, yo.
Yeah.
Just to go back real quick, you said that you were in a couple Artur Beterbiev camps. Did you take anything?
I was in a camp. I was in a camp with him, yeah.
Did you take anything from those camps that you put into your camps, or how was it just seeing somebody of that class operate?
Hey, you know what? Beterbiev taught me that I was doing the right thing. A lot of people um, have always said that I work too much, I do too much, or you overtrain this, or you overdo that. But Beterbiev is another one, the blue collar guy who's in the gym every single day before and after everybody else. So he showed me that I'm doing exactly what I need to do. It's not always comfortable. It's not fun. You know, there are other things I would like to be doing, but when you see what you get from it, it's impeccable. So if that would be the main thing, other than a lot of pain, you know.
Yeah, man, I
Yeah,
ain't gonna lie, better be a bad boy. Now, I know
listen,
you may be a little biased with this next question, but if that fight does happen, better be Bivol, who you got on.
Bivol.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Everybody, everybody talks about power, power, power. And don't get me wrong, like we see Deontay Wilder made a whole career off of knocking people out and a few other people, but right, if you got a nuke and you can't get it home, what's the point? I think in that fight with Bivol, he would struggle to get that to get that damage there. Bivol's not gonna stand there and take that, and he's not gonna run from him. He's gonna move around like he needs to. It's kind of like how Andre Ward said he moves when he needs to move. When you master timing and distance, it makes power kind of irrelevant. Um, I don't think he'll go unscathed, but I think Beterbiev punches hard enough for Bivol to be really, really sharp that night. I think boxing IQ will come into play, and I've been in there with Beterbiev. He's got really short arms. He knows how to use it. Now, don't get me wrong, he got a great jab. He know how to use all his punches, but I think every bit that Bivol can take advantage of and win, he's gonna come 100%. So timing and distance, I think it overrules that power.
I don't know stylistically what does that fight look like?
Man, it's gonna be crazy. I can't. It's hard, bro, because you know, they they both uh, they both get hit. You know, it's not like one of them has great defense where he doesn't get touched up at all. So, man, it's gonna be tough. I don't know why I lean towards Bivol pulling it off a decision, but it's not easy.
He was taking a couple right hands.
Exactly, he did take a few right hands. So maybe also because of the opponent, maybe you have a different mentality depending on the opponent. You know, it happens to a lot of fighters, so that could have been something. That could have been a difference there.
What do you think, Bam? Bivol versus Beterbiev.
I think Bivol by decision.
Bivol, you've been in the ring with him. We all know how great Beterbiev is, knocks everybody the hell out. Who do you think wins in that fight, man?
But for me, I have Bivol. For me, Bivol the favorite.
You think he could stay away from that power for 12 rounds?
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can, and I don't think Dmitry been facing someone like Bivol. I mean, I don't take anything from Beterbiev, right? But I like Bivol. I like the way he move and everything.
Do you think he gets the stoppage, or you think he just boxes on the outside to a decision?
I think he can win by decision.
Bivol Beterbiev, what's your prediction on that if it happens?
If it happens, it's a top fight, 50-50 fight in my opinion. It's a top fight for both of them. They're the best of the best in that division.
David picked Bivol because he felt like Beterbiev's getting old. He's kind of lost a step. Do you feel that's true?
Yeah, you know what? To be honest with you, I've been thinking about Beterbiev the same thing. That he's already hitting the 40s, But this guy hits one shot. He only needs one shot, And then Bivol gets hit with that shot. We've seen that this guy has nothing but knockout. So it'll be I think if Bivol comes 100% and stays on his game plan, he will be successful. But if he sleeps a little bit, he gets hit with that hand, I think he's going down.
Are you picking Bivol in this sense?
I would look, and I don't want to sound biased because I've trained with Bivol, but I just think that his footwork and his distance and his timing is a little underrated. and you have to have a little bit of you have to have a quickness about you, and you have to be deceptive. And it's gonna be hard for man, I do not want to hack his name. Beterbiev.
Artur
I'm
Beterbiev.
gonna just call him Better B. I'm gonna just call him Better B. Ain't
You can
better
just
than
call
B,
him.
but Better B.
You can say Arthur. You know, that's easier.
Yeah,
His
I'm gonna
first
call
name.
him Art. All right, then we're gonna go by his first name, Art. I honestly think that, of course, he has a puncher's chance, and he has more than a puncher's chance. I just think that if he comes in and he's a little too slow, he won't be able to catch up. You saw a guy in Canelo who's not slow. He's not slow. Canelo's quick enough, and that's why he's winning. His timing, he's quick enough. And Arthur, I think he's he gonna have to show a different side of him. Yeah, he's a lot bigger, so the distance is a lot different from a guy who's 5'8", 5'7", versus a guy who's 6 foot just like you. But when a guy is 6 foot just like you, they're not punching upwards, then that distance and that timing is a little different, because now you have a guy who's throwing punches on even grounds. And the guy who's throwing punches, his body, his frame is a little bigger. So if a guy is sitting there in front of this guy, Arthur, then I think Arthur is able to, touch you up and let you feel why he's a champion. And versus a guy who's not going to sit right there, a guy who's going to be looking to move, or looking to grab, like tying you up, punching you at the proper time, trying not to smother his punches, trying to smother your punches. And, a lot of people, like I said, it's not paying attention to a lot of stuff that Demetrius is doing, but he's real technical, at what he does. And I think eventually that fight will make people kind of look at how technical of a guy he is versus him just being, the kind of fighter that he is.
Okay. I mean, I'll play devil's advocate in this sense so that I can understand more in depth of his technical side, right?
Yeah.
I've heard things like, Bivol is he's a mover, and Beterbiev's great at cutting off the ring technically as well, and he's able to land powerful shots. And because I guess in comparison to Joe Smith, when Beterbiev got him out in 2 rounds, Joe Smith was able to land a shot to kind of wobble Bivol. And I know it's like any shot, it can hurt any fighter, right? Bivol essentially can land a shot to hurt. But just, do you think that at some point, because it'll come pressure fighter, that with all the technical movement, that if Arthur actually gets to Bivol, like what can Bivol do in that instance in a short, close combat space?
If you ask Demetrius who his favorite fighter is, I don't know if you guys ever had the opportunity of asking him, but I have. And he said Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard. He named, bro, when he named these fighters, I just smiled. I smiled. Andre Ward, when he was naming these guys, come on, bro. He haven't had the opportunity to show why these guys are his favorite fighters. All the fighters that I'm naming on the inside, bro, they knew how to fight. When me and him was on the inside, when we were sparring and we were prepping, I noticed the moment that he felt that if I had the edge on the inside, clinch my up. He grabbed me, tied me up, very strategically smart, and hold me until the referee will say break. Then he'll break, and he'll break with his hands up. Like, he wouldn't break ignorant. He wouldn't break with his hands down. And he would try to definitely work me on the inside. And the moment that whenever he felt that he was at a disadvantage, or the playing field was a little too even, he was definitely either he was clinching me. It was the way how he was escaping those situations that made it so challenging but fun for me when we were up in there working. And that's why I say, man, like, he brought a better side out of me out. I almost said Arthur's name, and I bet I brought a better side of him out for that sparring, because his team, they just was like, look, man, when you spar, we don't want you to spar like Canelo. We want you to stay to your identity, because I was doing a little bit of Canelo and they was laughing. Everybody liked it. They was like, yo, you do move like him. But respectfully, we think you're quicker than he is. We think you're a little faster on your feet, and we want to take advantage of that. Canelo likes to sit down and punch and you know, sit on his punches. He like to hit you in the arms. And it's like, if you could do that while keeping your identity, could you please, you know, make that happen? So I did. I did what was asked. It was easy. Just be me. And that's why I say it was extremely challenging. It was extremely fun. But when you watched him fight against Canelo, it didn't look as challenging as it was for him in there. Like a fight is a fight. And I know he felt Canelo's punching power, and he felt Canelo's a man in front of him. He felt why Canelo is who he is. But because of his preparation, how he was able to work and keep that distance and keep Canelo guessing, I kind of feel like he's going to have that kind of success in doing so against Arthur.
It's, you know, it's hard to say. You know, Bivol, he's a very technical, like, good puncher. Like, he picks his shots and he's very busy and accurate. But the same with Beterbiev, he picked his shots and he's very accurate, like very accurate with his punches. He hit me. He set it up to hit me exactly where he wanted to, and he succeeded. But they got very different styles. Bivol's very busy and fluent. Beterbiev's more of that, you know, 2-3 punch guy that, you know, just picks very good shots. But I think it'll make for a great fight.
Last thing on the Beterbiev, has it? You've always picked him to beat Bivol. Has it changed after that performance? Quicker, faster, easier, or is it still the same how he beats Bivol?
I think it's easier. I think Callum Smith is a tougher opponent than Bivol.
Wow, really?
Because he can punch. Wow. He's long. He's rangy. Why I say that? Because he's long, he's rangy, and fighting guys that's long and that can punch is hard to fight because they can hurt you coming in. It's easier for them to hurt you than you to hurt them because you kind of got to kind of punch up while they punching down and stepping back, and they can step back and hit you hard from a longer range when you got to take more chances.
Better than Bivol. So let me do triangle theory then.
Go ahead.
Callum loses to Canelo, right?
Okay.
Bivol beats Canelo. So
okay. Let's touch on that.
And I personally think Bivol's better than Callum.
Okay, listen, let's touch on that.
I don't agree with that.
Canelo shouldn't even been fighting Bivol, period. But he did. So if y'all want to give him that win for you saw the size difference. And my thing is this: Bivol don't got the killer instinct. Canelo didn't have a busted lip, swollen. Everybody acting like he just dogged Canelo. You wouldn't even think Canelo fought a light heavyweight that night.
Maybe he was like, I ain't just trying to get robbed. So let me just, you know.
So if you ain't trying to get robbed, knock him out.
Okay, I'm just.
So I'm glad you said that.
I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to be in the comments with him.
If you're the bigger man and you're not trying to get robbed, listen, he don't belong in his weight class. I'm gonna send him back. I'm gonna make it clear he can't. I'm not going to just outpoint like it's an am. I'm gonna try to knock this midget out.
But that's not always the case. Sometimes fighters.
That's not always.
Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia, right? I mean, Earl didn't knock Mikey.
And that's how I knew he wasn't going to beat Crawford. I'm like, he can't stop this. He's supposed to be this big puncher, this monster. He can't stop this little dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that showed me that Bivol don't got it. He don't got that extra, Like, you know what? I ain't playing to say. I'm gonna try to knock this little dude out. He played it safe because he was worried about getting caught by a 60-pounder.
Okay.
And he supposed to be this monster that Arthur's going to have such a hard time with.
Who would you kind of lean towards? The puncher that's killing everybody, or the guy that just outboxes you cleanly?
Well, you know, I'm an Ali Jordan Foreman type guy. I'm gonna go with Ali over Jordan Foreman usually just because of Jordan Foreman. He has massive power, but Ali has an IQ and has that speed and has the footwork to stay away from the power. So if B-Ball can avoid him for 2 or 3 rounds, then B-Ball will beat him. However, if B-Ball goes out and fights him toe-to-toe, B-Ball will not beat him because nobody at 175 gonna fight Beterbiev toe-to-toe right now. If you fight Beterbiev toe-to-toe right now, you're going to sleep. That's quite obvious. But having the footwork that B-Ball has, you make him move before he punches, then it becomes a little bit more difficult for Beterbiev because he can punch standing there, but can he punch like that when he's moving? Can he be mobile and have that much power? That's a big question. So in a long fight, if Bivol got past round 2, I would definitely probably think Bivol could win the fight. But if Bivol went that fought the wrong fight, then yeah, Artur win.
Which one of those guys would have gave you the most trouble? Is it the guy that wants to try to think with you and guys never outthought you, or is it the guy that just says, "Nah, I'm gonna go in there and break your face"?
Bivol would have gave me more trouble because Bivol, he thinks like I thought. And he uses his feet, and he uses his feet like I use my feet. Not quite as good, but he does use his feet a lot. And he don't have the arsenal I have, but he does think a lot and he uses his feet a lot. Arthur, he's just gonna bring it right to me. And Arthur has been down 2 or 3 times already. He bring it to me, and I touch your chin. We all know what that was. You understand me? In my prime. You understand me? So I don't feel like he would have been. It's no puzzle to figure out. He's coming and he's trying to knock you out. You just got to get him first. And I'm great at getting you first. That's kind of what I did.
I think Bivol kind of has a slight edge, but I don't know. It's a 50-50 fight. It's going to be a great fight, but I think Bivol might take off with the victory.
Bivol, maybe?
Bivol is one of the guys I have my rematch, to like I say, if he wins the 175 undisputed.
Do you think he does?
I think so. He got the ability to do it. Beterbiev is a really strong fighter. It's going to be hard, but he can do it.